Sabhai Namaha. Today our program is Kautilyan law, and in this Kautilyan law, today I have taken up the subject particularly regarding the family system, because these days family system in India, because family system I cannot say that only in India, because I do not know about foreign countries. But as far as our Indian tradition is concerned, the a family system is well framed, and it is strictly followed. It is strictly followed by almost all the Indians and in all the regions. But in recent times, almost the family system, the rules regarding the family life means traditional system, traditions, customs, whatever were there, they are uh, made a little flexible. That much I have to say. I can't say that rules are overcome, etc. I'm not supposed to say. But the thing is, family system got disturbed. What are the factors behind this disturbance? Why, if the system is okay and it is well established by seers, ancient people, why it should get disturbed? So, first of all, instead of blaming human beings, to err is human, they say. So, instead of blaming human beings, what are the causes for the disturbance in any system? First of all, we should try to find out the root cause of such violations, disturbances in any system. Let it be administrative system, let it be family system, let it be other system, education system. So whatever are there, which are actually main pillars of human life. All this is first. There's a family life is, that is the very important pillar of the society, because here family family is a brick. It is a brick. So all the families are bricks in the structure of this society. The society, family, 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 family only. That is the reason Mahabharata states Grihasthasrama is more important, because all other ashramas depend on Grihasthasrama. See, if there is no family system, no family sentiment, even the uh, saints do the penance, but actually the generation gets stopped. If everyone, like, no, everyone takes renunciation, then there is no question of growth in the society. That actually the generation, the population automatically get decreased. Okay. That way, family means actually a social frame in which all the people are put. A family, children, till they grow, parents are there like pillars. So this is the family system. And we know, I need not tell about the description of family, but the thing is, my submission to the people is, there are uh, 8 types of marriages which are mentioned in Smritis and also Arthashastra. That means many, many varieties are there, because each regional changes are there. Okay, but actually, what are the traditional marriages mentioned in our scriptures? Scriptures means actually Itihasa, Purana, and Dharma Shastra. Here I would like to say one thing. People are people are against to love marriages. Some are against to dowry marriages. Some are like this. Some are what, and some marriage still going on. taking dowry, giving dowry. So where these roots are there, that today is I am going to discuss. I would like to explain as usual. This is mostly Kautilyan view, and because other Manusmriti, because modern generation they get agitated by taking the name of Manusmriti, but actually Manusmriti and also Yajnavalkya Smriti and other Smritis also do agree with these types of marriages, etc. But I am here exclusively dealing with Kautilya's Arthashastra because very systematically arranged, not only marriage system, marriage, types of marriage, but also Kautilya, what he does is he lays punishments to the family people, even there is a little violation of general rule. That is the reason because our topic is Kautilyan law. I would like to focus on the marriage and the duties of what are the duties of husband and wife because here duties of children means again children no duties here because the brahmacharya asrama etc that is gone soon after brahmacharya is completed, that means education completed those days, they used to adopt to grahasthasrama, that is get married. Then automatically the responsibilities begin with the marriage. So let us see what Kautilya says in this regard. He says, as I mentioned, in Tritiya Adhikarana, Dharmasthya, that is concerning judges, we discussed other day. That means judges where they have to see these affairs. So here in that second chapter is this is a he has not given single title because there are so many subtopics. Vivaha Samyuktam Dharmasthiyam is the main title of the entire Adhikarana. Vivaha Sanyuktam Vivaha Dharmaha Stridhana Kalpaha Adhivedanikam. So many. That means your topics regarding marriage, like concerning marriage, and what are the duties of husband and wife. And then the most interesting thing is woman's property. Here, when we talk, women rights when we talk. Uh, those who want to talk women rights, generally, actually, what they say here, my feeling is whenever some injustice is done to the ladies, to the women in any matter, immediately if they blame, yes, this is wrong, this should not be done, etc., that is okay. But immediately they say, this our Indian culture has done this, the, old traditions only made all these rules. So for women now, like suppression, ancient system, ancient customs are the causes, etc. They talk. No, please. Don't go don't go on blaming ancient traditions. If you look at before Christ, that means before at least before the invasion of foreigners, and particularly, after 10th century, whatever the atrocities have come, slowly, so that is actually not Britishers invasion, I am talking, others invasion. Because of the invasions because here again, one historic point we have to remember, in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna expresses his opinion. He fears that if the war takes place, then all the people will be destroyed in the war. So all the actually male members are participating in the war, even children, like youngsters also. Then nobody will remain. Then he says, only ladies, only ladies will remain. Then, because of these problems, because of some naturally for survival, etc., that women may approach others for the survival. Thus, Varnasankara takes place, he says. So, really, if we look at the result of war, naturally, after Mahabharata war, so many dynasties disappeared. That is the reason we don't get a proper link after Mahabharata. The main source of information here and there, some people, Puranic data, some consider it authentic, some won't consider it authentic. But here and there, different, with slight differences, we find the information about dynasties, and that is, at times the connection will be there, at times no connection. So this is there because of the result, it was the result of Mahabharata war. Many dynasties perished. So that is the reason we have to go back to Ramayana Mahabharata. Why we go there means later on, after the war also, this invasions have come. Different people, that time it was Akhanda Bharata. All neighboring kings, they had contacts with us, whose culture is a little bit different. So that way, automatically, the some problems started arising in the society. Okay, if we look at the situation in this backdrop, then we will understand what is the reason for the suppression of this Dalita, etc. I have been talking while discussing Arthashastra. There is no suppression by anyone. All the Varnas were safe, all the women were safe, all the children were safe, no old age homes, all the senior citizens were taken care of. Like this, everything was okay. If they do not follow the rules, then there were punishments also. The sages were giving only noble advices, but the administration took care of all the things. This is the system going on. Only Ravana, one incident we see Ramayana, Ravana came and took away Sita, then such a big war took place. Similarly, in Mahabharata also, Draupadi was insulted. It was not tolerated, but not only by Pandavas, but entire people, they supported Pandavas only. That is, they stood by Pandavas. That is the reason after the again exile, when they came back, there was wonderful support for Pandavas. And even again in Mahabharata, little, some here and there, incidents took place, like Saindhava taking away, Draupadi, all these, they were punished accordingly. So that means there was a system which could control the people. And also, the violation of rules was really checked. That was there. Now, we are coming to, first of all, now offenses, whatever offenses or crimes taking place in families, in between husband and wife, and in-laws, etc. There is a reason, because the foundation should be strong. So marriage, here I'll just simply first I'll read out the types of marriages. Then today we will talk a lot about marriage only. I don't think we get time to discuss other marital duties, etc. Okay. Now, the beautiful sentence we have to remember is Vivaha Purvo Vyavaharaha. This is most important statement. Vivaha Purvaha Vyavaharaha. Kautilya says, he states, all the affairs begin with marriage. I also generally talk, yes, before marriage, there is no personal life, because before, not a modern generation or anything, because who marry after 40 years, 50 years, after half of the life, that is not the situation here. As long as one is engaged in the studies or orientation courses, family courses for survival. Idle people were not really, they were not allowed to stay idle. So, professional courses they inherit from the parents automatically. Vaidya, like, physicians, son get trained by father only, carpenter's son, same. That way, kulavrittis they used to say. That way, everyone, that is the reason the joint family system, why it was successful means agriculture also, one cannot handle uh, agriculture. All the, now also you see the agriculturists or business people, except the employees in software or hardware or anywhere. Business people, if you look at, don't call it a Vaishya or anything, but a person who has a shop or who has a company, who is managing, who is the owner, automatically in his absence, if he goes to take lunch, his wife will come and sit there. And grown up sons, etc., they take care. Similarly, any profession you take, wives will be supporting them, bringing us little works they do. Even if a tailor is stitching the clothes, means support will be given by the women, by like, there's a stitching buttons, etc. That means, it was, teamwork. Every business I am talking, every business was it, is not only was a teamwork, is a teamwork. So that way you see even today, the same husband, wife, MD, GM, etc., secretary, all they only will be there in a companies also. That is, of course, you know better than me. This way, and once this study over, that means they become, major. Here, major, minor age also, according to Kautilya. He says, actually, Dvadasha Varsha Stri Prapta Vyavahara Bhavati. That is, that was there in a recent, till recent, that my grandmother time, I can say, 12, the girls the parents used to perform the marriage to a girl just by 12 years only. It is, now it is considered as Balya Vivaha. That means, Kautilya mentions, a lady, sorry, a girl becomes major, Prapta Vyavahara. She understands, she knows what is what at the age of 12. Shodasha Puman. So by 16 years, boy becomes a major. Now also, if we look at in our house where there is son and daughter, girls get early maturity. Mentally also, they get early maturity. That we do not know, because all these again scientific research, because the hormones, etc. So it is there. That is the reason they say motherly instinct, etc. The words used. So once 12, the girl becomes 12 years, she is responsible for whatever she does, and also 16, whatever he does. That, okay, let us leave it aside. Now, after this brahmacharya over, once they get married, then only, even in our case, till our marriage, definitely the parents, siblings' role is there in our life. Now we cannot take any decision unless again we become independent, means our own job, etc. So that means, to say that no responsibility. If you take responsibility, okay, not also okay. But once we get married, we can't give up just like that. So that is the reason Vivaha Purvaha Vyavahara. All matters begin with marriage. That means, marriage is the root for all the family affairs. If it is not there, for, as in sannyasis, no responsibility, they can go anywhere, they can sit anywhere, and they need not feed anyone. They are totally liberated from the responsibility. That is called sannyasa. Who have to take sannyasa again, that is a different rule. There are rules for that. But sannyasasrama means no responsibility, liberated from responsibilities, not liberated soul, but he is liberated from all the this bondage and also like responsibilities. Now, so vivaha purvaha vyavaharaha. All the affairs begin with marriage. Therefore, marriage is a fundamental thing in that in a social life. Marriage is not must but an important thing. Okay. Now, there are the marriages are of 8 types. 8 types. Let us read and later on we discuss. It is the names of marriages. First of all, we'll take number one, Brahma Vivahaha. Second one is Prajapatya Vivahaha. Number three, Arshaha Vivahaha. Number four, Daivaha Vivahaha. That is five, Gandharva Vivahaha. Everyone knows Gandharva Vivaha. And Asura Vivahaha. Sixth one. Rakshasa Vivahaha, seventh one. Paishacha Vivahaha, this is eighth one. Okay. Now, how they are termed by Kanyadanam, Kanyam Alankrutya, Brahmaha Vivahaha, where Salankruta Kanyadana they say. That means whatever is there. Salankruta means, whatever we have, whatever we can give to the bride, with all that, sending a girl, offering. Dana means again, please, dana also, a word to be taken. Dana is, giving to the beggar, etc. Such things. Dana is later times. It is taken in what we say, that is inferior meaning, not at all. Dana is the root tells do dana is something it is because grammatical term people hardly understand. Da means giving, dana. If you put a before that, then it is take. So give and take. Dana is giving anything. Actually, giving a coffee also, like it is dana. If you are offering coffee, you are giving, that's all. Whatever you give, it is called dana. Diyate. So that's all. Dattam, Dattaputrudu, etc. So Adana is receiving. So Dana, Adana, opposite to each other. So Dana is not, like, sending away, like giving away, not like that. It is offering actually. It is offering. So Kanyam Alankrutya Vivahaha Kriyate. That means when a bride is given to the bridegroom with properly decorated. Decorated means whatever needs. Nowadays, people carry beauty, like, beautification things in the boxes, etc. for journey. This is life journey. Whatever she was, because those days simply spending here and there, they used to give whatever share of the girl is there, they used to give the same thing when she goes to in-laws. That was actually a positive tradition. Nowadays it is changed that you let us forget about it. So it is called Brahma Vivaha. Brahma means, Brahma, etc. It is not that. It is, Brahma, all this tell us just about wisdom only. It is, simply nothing. You are giving your bride, your daughter, your sister to again a proper person, not like, please here you remember, this is Kautilya's time, this Kanya Shulka, etc., etc., but not at all permitted. Later on, Kanya Shulka has come. Please, audience, please you remember, keep in your mind that Kanya Shulka, the Shulka is considered as an offense only. That we will see Now we are going to see it. Okay. So, and with some agreement, Sahadharmacharya Prajapatyaha. Probably nowadays the marriages Nati Charami, Dharmecha, Arthecha, Kamecha, Nati Charitavya mantras are there. So Nati Charami, so Sadharmam Charami, etc. These with this, that means some, yes, I don't leave you, I don't mean um, I I don't go on my own without consulting you. Let us do our dharma together. Let us lead happy life together, etc. This is Prajapatya Vivaha. Then Arsha Vivaha. Arsha is, Rishi. That is Arsha. So Arsha Jnana. Arsha means actually Rishi Sambandha. So that is, probably which is seen in like in sages, etc. This because here up to this no money mentioned. Arsha Vivaha, the name is given. Ko Mithunadanat Arshaha. So what they do is actually there no Kanya Shulka is mentioned. When he is receiving bride, what some people say, we don't take anything like, free. They are giving. So with respect, the bridegroom gives Go Mithuna, see, he is taking the bride as life partner. So symbolic, he offers Go Mithuna means, cow and ox. Both he gives to in-laws. He offers there, and then the marriage is performed. It is called Arsha Vivaha. Even later on, this system is reversed. While giving a bride, they used to give a cow also. Probably that tradition is changed in a reversed order. So they used to give Godana first and then Kanyadana. Godana means only they take, Go means actually in Sanskrit, Go Shabda has got, it is applicable to masculine and also feminine. Go only. Of course, then the forms in each case in the sense vibhakti, when it is used in the sentences, the formation will be different. Because again, Go Shabda, if it is used for ox, it will be uh, formed in a masculine way, and if this is Go is feminine way. That is the difference. But Go is, because Go has got so many meanings. Not only this, Kirana also, the Go means Kirana also, so many, and also like, speech, it has got a wider connotation. It is not in a restricted sense. So therefore, they used to give like, Go Mithuna, a couple of this Go to the bride, and of course, marriage is performed. Then, Antarvedyam Rutvije Danatu Daivaha. When like, people come to perform the sacrifices, etc. If we see this, uh, if I am correct, if not, please you check and subject to correction, they say, I also always admit subject to correction. In Ramayana, Rishashrunga, who never saw a lady before, of course, ladies were sent to him. He really did not know the difference between a man and a woman. He was really brought up, his brought up was like that. So he was invited because it is a known fact that wherever he goes, good people, we have to say, wherever noble people stay, even regarding Dharmaja also they say, there won't be drought, there won't be any natural or divine calamities. No calamities. If there are noble people, calamities do not dare to step in. This is the rule. That is the reason they say if the king is a sinner, then all the public also suffer because of his sin, etc. They say. This is, of course, again, everything left to the audience. The audience poll, they say, your poll only. It's not my poll. So that way, inviting, not, when sages come, Rit people come, if there is really deserving, then the bride is offered. So that is that way Rishyasringa, when he came here, Dasharatha has offered his daughter Shanta that we marry. So this is called Daiva, because on the dais, on the sacrificial dais, the marriage is performed. It is, I told this why, how the technical terms have come. I do not know. Strictly speaking, I do not know. Whatever are there, they are like, carried over. That's Daivaha. So now, four marriages take Brahma, Prajapatya, Asha, Daiva. Please make a note. These are there. Now coming Gandharva, etc. Mithasamavayat Gandharvaha. Today our discussion will be around Gandharva marriage and also Swayamvara marriage. So Mithasamavayat, this is mutual consent, where there is mutual consent between bride and bridegroom. That is called Gandharva Vivaha. Particularly, remember, there is no witness at all. So we'll focus it on later on. And Shulka, now you take Shulka Danat Asuraha. Actually, here, receiver of Kanya, he only gives something in return. And now the root cause of Kanya Shulka, you see here, Kanya Shulka. Shulka Dana, that means there were some people, they used to give bride after accepting some amount from the bridegroom. That is, but what they say, it is not Daiva Brahma, etc., but it is Asura Vivaha. Asura Vivaha. This is not a proper tradition. Later on, Kautilya makes it clear. So this is okay, given the name Asura Vivaha. If amount, Shulka means like, Shulka word is applicable for the, what we say, duty on customs, customs duty, etc. We say Sunkam, Shulka, from Shulka only Sunkam word has come. So as imported, on imported goods, etc., when something is brought, tax is on local products. But when the foreign goods are imported, then that is called Shulka. Okay. So when something is taken into our, what we say, our region, our home, then that is, if money is paid, that is Shulka. So if anyone takes Shulka from the bridegroom, then it is called Asura Vivah. And now, Prasahya Adanat Rakshasaha. Taking away by force is called Rakshasa Vivaha. Okay. Well, just, next to one, with that, our 8 list will go. Suptadanat Paishachaha. Here, taking by force, that means taking the bride by force is called Rakshasa Vivaha. Shulka, now it is clear. We need not bother about Shulka Asura Vivaha. Okay. I told that is reversed now. The reversed means actually Kanya Shulka. Kanya Shulka was there. When Kanya Shulka was there, where the mistake lies, we'll discuss. Just with after discussing this Rakshasa and Paishacha. And people actually, they say, see, again, I am submitting to you whether I am correct or not. You can correct me, or you can use correct knowledge for yourself, for your lectures or anything. Rakshasa Vivaha, in Puranas, it is mentioned not Brahmins, etc. It is not found. But they say, see amendment by the Ityahasakaras or Puranakaras. I don't mind if any traditional person listens to this and objects, because it is subject to clarification. If they clarify to the people, I am very happy. Because this is because a controversial this thing. They say Rakshasa Vivaha is the right of Kshatriyas, kings. What does it mean? Taking away forcibly. What are the examples here? Here, many examples are there. Because that is in Bhagavata, it is there because we don't come across the story of Rukmani Krishna Vivaha in Mahabharata. Rakshasa but there Rakshasa Vivaha is mentioned. Bhishma, when he is not invited. See, Swayamvara we talk again today only. Swayamvara means actually that is a different system. Bride will not go anywhere. Bride will be in her house with parents, and only bridegrooms are invited from different places. And there also naturally, whomever they like, they invite. It is also here. Why I have taken the topic marriage means you can easily understand here, when we are taking the photos, that is nothing but taking biodata, like matrimony, like matrimonial information we take. So for every bridegroom, we are not sending any response. Okay, whomever we like, if they are up to the mark according to our liking, then only we just we respond to them. This is the main point. Please, we have to remember that. Okay, and if we don't like that person, we don't bother about it. Just it will be ignored. Similarly, what happened in Mahabharata, many of you might be knowing. If they don't know, those who do not know, for them this is an information that Kashi Raja, Kashi was a prominent kingdom those days. Even now also Kashi is a beautiful, very pious and decent place. So Kashi Raja had three daughters. He wanted to almost, 1.5 year gap or something will be there. Therefore, he wanted to perform marriage to all the girls at a time. So he has invited kings for Swayamvara. Swayamvara, you remember, no choice of bridegroom. If he is willing, then only he should go, he should attend. Otherwise, he has to withdraw himself. So, all the first of all, the system of Swayamvara, as I told you, they take the biodata of all. And if you have seen in folk movies or historical movies, first photos will be, those days also Chitrakaras were there. Photos will be taken along with their description, that is description of their biodata, their qualifications, their physical, everything, because the awards, rewards, they tell what he is educationally, physically, because participated in so many awards and win, etc. As you can easily understand if I tell about cricket match, how much score he has got, etc., etc. So like that, they are invited. He has invited many kings all over India. That time India means even the Pakistan, etc., Afghanistan, some parts also were included in India, Akhanda Bharata. He has not at all sent any invitation to Hastinapura. Why he has not sent? Why means, see, Pandu, Dhritarashtra, they were there. Okay. The problem was actually what happened, that is uh, Vichitra Virya, they were there. That is before Dhritarashtra's and Panduraju's, Vidura's, that means father, Chitrangada, Vichitra Virya, they were the sons of Satyavati Devi, Bhishma's brothers. So Bhishma that time really was young, but he has taken an oath that he will not marry, he will leave the kingdom for his brothers. So now, young, energetic, very, very pious, beautiful, all 100, more than 100% qualities. He is endowed with all beautiful qualities. Being Ganga Putra. Ganga Putra means, a divine lady. Even otherwise, you can take north part that is near Ganges. So how handsome they are, how valorous he was. He was the student of Parshuram. So because he is not willing to marry, and they were not happy with and Chitrangada already, he passed away. Vichitra Virya remained. So Vichitra Virya, they know his name was not at all known. He was not here. That is the reason he has the Kashi king of Kashi never invited the Hastinapura kings. Then what Bhishma did is, the Kashi, the daughters of Kashi king means naturally well brought up, etc., everything, and a popular kingdom. And he went there uninvited, unwanted, uninvited. He went there. He did not really marry them. He forcibly brought them. The story is known to you. Okay. So this taking away forcibly by fighting with them, killing them, etc., etc., this is called Rakshasa Vivaha. So the same Rakshasa Vivaha is mentioned in the case of Krishna's marriage, but actually there, Rukmini writes a letter, please you come and take my parents. She is loving Krishna. It's not a forcible marriage. She is liking Krishna. She loves Krishna. But the problem is her brother and father, they were against Krishna. They were not prepared to give. Therefore, she writes letter to Krishna that please you come and take me in a Rakshasa manner, like Rakshasa Vivaha. You take me as per the procedure of Rakshasa Vivaha. But actually there she was not forcibly taken. Similarly, Rakshasa Vivaha, Bhishma also, when three girls have come there, one Amba, the first one, she said, no, no, you have forcibly brought me. What is this nonsense? I am in love with someone. Then Bhishma sends her back. The story is again different. And two remaining ones, he asks, are you willing or not? Mean they say they have not fallen in love with anyone, therefore they accept. Okay. That means at least the consent is considered in Rakshasa Vivaha. Okay. And the last one, Paishacha Vivaha, is nothing but, horrible thing. Sukta Matta. He has used two. Sukta Matta Adanat. That is taking a bride by giving that, like intoxicative sedation, we have to say sedation. And taking in that condition, Sukta, when, God, like, sound sleep, and also, or, Matta, in, totally intoxication. This is called Paishaj. How nicely that term is here. That means now, and here Kautilya simply mentions, simply, Purve Dharmyaha. First four, Brahma, Prajapatya, Arsha, and Daiva, they are Dharmabadha. They are lawful marriages because there is a consent of parents. He doesn't speak about other marriages. He doesn't term them adharmya. He won't use the word adharmya to others, but what we say, categorically he says, first four are dharmya. They are lawful marriages. That's all. So naturally, these four are dharma means what? Remaining, no comment. No comment means naturally as you take it. He really is such a Wise man, he never said anything regarding other four marriages. Only they. Now, let us come to the discussion of Gandharva. I had explained about Rakshasa. So now stands Gandharva because Gandharva Vivaha, love marriage. Love marriage, modern days, what people say love marriage is nothing but Gandharva Vivaha. Gandharva means, Gandharva Nagara, they say. Gandharva Nagara means actually nothing is there. So, Gandharva means an unseen, adrishya. So, Gandharva Vivaha means actually Mita Samavaya. It's nothing but a mutual union, not mutual consent. Please be clear. More than that, I cannot say anything. So, simply mutual physical union is called Gandharva. So Gandharva also pay that in Puranas, in Gatha, they say yes, Gandharva is accepted. Gandharva, they made Gandharva, they made Gandharva. But the problems how they have come. See, Kuntis is different before marriage, etc. They said, but actually, Shakuntala's case, Abhigyana Shakuntalam in Bharata, Mahabharata, where actually the dynasty becomes with Bharata, that Bharata's mother, Shakuntala and Dushyanta, they got married in a Gandharva Vivaha. And that Gandharva Vivaha had problems as far as Mahabharata story is concerned. Dushyanta never sent anyone and she had to wait for 6 years as per the rule. That those rules also I am going to explain you. How many days a lady can wait, how many years a lady can wait for her husband who has gone abroad without informing her, etc. Wonderful, wonderful things are there. Okay. So it is, this law, when we are talking about law, how the social system, social custom was there also, we have to discuss. Okay. Not simply penal code, this section, that section, no. Here, we should know what was really our ancient tradition. So, to make up Dushyanta's character, to cover up the mistake of Dushyanta, just, a final touch is given by Kalidasa by introducing the story in the drama, signet ring, that ring system now we know, like pradhana, actually now in our Indian traditional marriages also definitely a ring will be given to the bride and bridegroom. So it is already done. So that way, of course, Christians marry, the ring will be there. So everywhere now all the man. But it is really introduced by Kalidasa. And that too not ordinary ring like us, which is available in shops. One ring is lost means another ring we can get by. But it was Rajamudrika, it was royal seal. The ring was in the form of, it was, that means actually that is his name was studied on that, carved on the ring, Dushyanta. That is the reason he says, by the time you count these letters, I come. So daily one letter means do, shya, so 3 days. 3 days I am going to send you chariot. Because those days from Delhi also, it is not that 3 days, it may take time. Horses are like more speedy than cars nowadays. So that way it is done. Kalidasa has introduced signatory. So, Gandharva marriage is nothing but there is no witness at all, only mutual union, and they are responsible, and the girl has to face all the consequences later on. That is the reason from beginning with Gandharva. Now the people say love marriage, love marriage. Now, what is going on with the love marriages where there is no one, no witness, no proof, no evidence, nothing. So when really she became pregnant, like modern world, Dushyant also says, who knows who is father of that child in your womb? He says, what is horrible than that? So that way she was insulted, Shakuntala, in both, in Shakuntalam also, in Mahabharata also. So that is the reason. Here, Gandharva Vivaha was not legally accepted in ancient India also. That means there should be some witness, there should be the consent of parents, then only automatically some support will be there in cases of calamity, in cases of bad circumstances, etc. So this is the purpose. So Paishacha is nothing but it is a case. It is no abducting a lady, abducting a bride. So it is automatically it comes under kidnapping case. So this way marriage system, which is the base for social life, is explained in Kautilya's Arthashastra. So with this it is clear that love marriage is so-called love marriages. Love is different. Love does not encourage. Love means it is, first of all, if you read all the Prachina Kavyas, dramas, one novel, first romantic novel in Indian literature, Banas Kadambari, the hero, heroine, they spend time without touching each other. Without touching each other. So that is love. Love means love is different, lust is different. And Anuraga is different, Apyayata. So Prema is different. Prema is different from Kama. Please make a distinction or make a difference. Make a difference between what is Prema, what is Kama. So Gandharva Vivaha means Kama, it is not Prema, it is not Prema Vivaha, but it is Kama Vivaha. And that is the reason younger generation who are, they say, they are falling as a prey, etc. They say, see, uh, no comments. But this is, this is the message given by Acharya Kautilya and then by Vyasa Maharshi and also by Kalidasa. Therefore, that means one is law book, that is Arthashastra, which talks about administration, and Mahabharata, which tells about ancient historical incidents. And Kalidasa, who really has written so many kavyas to give messages to the um, like society. Because Kalidasa Kavya, each Kavya has a message. If really time permits me, then automatically I am going to touch Kalidasa's works also on one or other occasion. So I think with this, Kalyanamastu, today marriage system over. Tomorrow, next session, we enter into the family life.